How are we, folks? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin. It's not very nightmarish today. It's bright as anything. Barbecue season is well and truly underway. I've just done a barbecue for the family just before I go and do a night shift. And, yeah, today, though, this turned up in the post. And I managed to listen to it while I was doing some stuff in here. So, yeah, quick review. So this is a little improv mini Maidencast episode. Yeah, this is the new live album from Blaze Bayley, and I've got a few. I also ordered the new revamped edition of Blood and Belief. I've pulled out as well the old original edition here, so you can sort of see the contrast in the artwork. I think Blaze was at the end of his record deal. His current record deal at the time, so I don't think he had really much to play with artwork wise. You've just got a lot of live photos with like a blood sort of effect on the lens. That's a really cool picture though. While on this new edition, it's been digitally remastered and all the rest of it, but you've got the guy that's done the artwork and the layout for the last couple of albums. He's basically, I mean, I like it. I mean, look, he's got little artwork to complement each song, just like you've got with like War Within Me and the Infinite Entanglement. And I'm not sure if that's the same guy, but yeah, you're getting the same kind of idea and layout as the recent albums. And I'd like to see what this guy would do with Silica Messiah, actually. Or 10th Dimension. But it wasn't a high priority for me to buy, but I thought while I'm ordering this anyway, and with what's happened to Blaze, he could probably do with all the help he can get at the moment because he's out of action, so I just got that. Stuck an extra tenner in his pocket. There you go. Got a little fly here as well. Absolver. The Blaze's backing bands doing their own thing as well. And I think one of them, yeah, Luke Appleton, done a solo album as well. Yeah, so I got my audition signed. Some really cool live. I don't know how many live. I think there's just the one live photo on the back of that actually. But oh yeah, and you do get some live photos. You've got liner notes there from Blaze explaining what the songs are about, etc., and why he chose them for the album. And yeah, let's get into it. So I've got one little peeve with it, and we'll get to that at the end. What's good? This is very, very good. All the songs are performed really well. It's a good selection of songs, and they're really good recordings. It's a really good live album from Blaze. Blaze has done a bunch of live albums and DVDs in his time, and they've all been good. All been different variations of quality, but even the worst one I still really like. Different budgets, you know. My only problem, so yeah, it's all very good, and in particular for me, Judgment of Heaven, that's probably one of my all-time favourite Maiden songs in general, and probably one of my, definitely in my top. I've never really thought about my top songs, but that would definitely be up there in my favourite Blaze era Maiden song. And yeah, it's a really good rendition of it here. And the same goes for Fortunes of War, which I've never seen Blaze do. I heard him, to my knowledge, I don't remember him doing it before on a live album. Or Judgment in Heaven for that matter. So it's good to see these Como Estas Amigos. I've never really liked that song. But you got that on there as well. So what you got? You got 5 songs off the new album. And yeah, 4 Maiden songs. And yeah, it's very, very good. The problem is, it just doesn't feel complete. It's just 9 songs, and I've never really been a big fan of like a hodgepodge of different recordings from different concerts. I like to have a full concert, and I know that's a bit of a contradiction, because one of my all-time favourite albums is Live and Dangerous, but at least it was sequenced and put together like it was a live show. It was, although that was how it was presented as a live show. So yeah, it was a thing for here, but that's background knowledge. You're not meant to know that. As far as you, the listener, are concerned, this is a concert. And that's just, I prefer that. I prefer a full concert. So at least if you're going to use a collection of recordings, at least set it out like it is a concert, if that makes sense. Well, so for example, I love Live After Death or Live in Rock in Rio. Great, but not too much of a fan of a real live dead one or a live dead one. It is good. I do like stuff on it, but I know that's a collection of live recordings, whilst Live After Death or Rock in Rio is a live recording. That makes sense, because it's... And I really like... what's the first live album Blaze Bayley did, where he's like that on the front cover? Is it Live As It Gets? I'll go have a look now. Hold up. Yeah. As Live As It Gets. Now, that's a collection of things, but it's set out like a full concert, and it's a double CD. Whilst The Night That Would Not Die is just one recording of one concert. Look, you've even got just a set list on the back. And, yeah, so that's just my personal preference aside, but even if... I just would have liked more, basically. It's just 9 songs, and you could have made it 12. You could have made it 11, you know? Just 9. It just doesn't feel like a full... Could he have sequenced it so it played more like a proper live set and made it feel like a full concert? Or, I'm sure he's got a whole collection of live recordings. I mean, if you go on Blaze Bayley's Bandcamp, he basically does his own bootlegs. Like, you could just... Oops. What was that? They're obviously the different varying quality, but you can buy just certain gigs for next to nothing, just like a couple of quid. And yeah, that's how I feel with this. I just feel like it could have been a bit more. I'm sure he's got plenty of recordings that he could have added onto it. It just feels as it's just really getting going, it stops, you know. And but with that being said, what you do get is very, very good. So I'll leave that to you. Obviously, everyone knows, anyone think I do, you know, I love Blaze. I wouldn't ever have a bad word said about him in my presence. And I'll, you know, with his recent heart attack and recovery, I'll support him any way I can. That's why I even bought more than, you know, I bought a few different things just to stick a couple of quid in his pocket to help him along the way. And so it's all good. Not complaining. I just felt like it could have been a bit better. That was all. Like, there could have been more of it. But with that being said, it is very, very good. And Blaze put out a video the other day just to sort of say he was signing all the pre-orders and sending them out. He's lost a lot of weight and looks fucking great. So I think, obviously, as we've discussed in great depth on the Maidencast, you know, Blaze is at his best, I think, when he's up against it, and he's been up against it lately. So I'm looking forward to seeing him back, rejuvenated, refueled, recharged with his live shows. And I think we've got a very good album coming. This is definitely gonna give him stuff to think about and write about and be inspired. And Blaze has been knocked down many a time in his life, and he always comes back fighting, and he's going to come back, you know, on top form. I know he's going to be. You know, the last couple of albums have been great, but you could tell he's happy. You know, I think he's going to have a bit of what's the word? I don't know. You know what I'm getting at. He's got to get stuff off his chest on this. He's had a lot of death in his life, but he's had a brush with death himself now, and he looked it square in the fucking eyes and told it, fuck off, not today, arsehole. And all the best for him for it. So, yeah. If this ties me over for the next album, then so be it. And there's going to be other live albums. And like I say, Judgment of Heaven and Fortunes of War sounds awesome. And the 5 songs off the new album sound great as well. So, all good, but could have been a bit longer. That's all. And all the best to Blaze. And yeah, looking forward to whatever he comes up with next. So this is a little mini Maidencast for you. And stuff I'm working on. So keep tuned. If you're if this is your first video, howdy, welcome aboard. Check out Maidencast. This will be added to it. Maidencast was a podcast I did with my good friend Luke, where we went through the entire Iron Maiden back catalogue, an album a week, in order, including all along the way, solo albums, side projects, and so the entire Iron Maiden canon. It took us over a year to do, and it was great fun. Right up until the release of Senjutsu, and then a few weeks later we did Senjutsu, and then we just check in every now and then, covering whatever news there is. Me and Luke are going to go watch Iron Maiden in the next couple of weeks, so there'll be a Maidencast coming up soon discussing that. So yeah, just showing you this to tie you over. Oh shit, nearly dropped it. In the meantime, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Have a good weekend.